What's up, people? I'm George, and this is Marvelous Statues, the show where we get to unbox and review some of the coolest statues and collectibles known to man. And on today's episode, we are doing another unboxing and review. This time, it's of the Prime 1 Studios New 52 Darkseid Statue. So stay tuned. Alright guys, here is the box for the New 52 Darkseid Statue by Prime 1 Studios. And as you can see, this is one big ass mother. It is big as hell. It's almost half my height, and it weighs a ton. 80 pounds. 79 and a half pounds. So roughly 80 pounds. So it was a bitch to get it up here. And man, this thing has got some weight. It's got some size. Just to let you guys know what you're looking at here in height. This thing is 36 inches tall in the box. So yeah, it's roughly half my, it's a 3 foot tall box. When I saw this thing come in, I was like, holy shit, how the hell am I going to get this going? But, you know, here it is. So let's get it unboxed, and then I'll show you how to put this thing together, and we'll do a little review on it. Alright guys, there's the art box. As you can see, this thing is really heavy and big, and it's beat up. You know, it didn't make it through shipping all that well, and more than likely it's because of the weight. This thing is really solid. So let me get it out. You know, you have the Darkseid logo. It's a very simple and clean design here, white and black, nothing really crazy. This was done in collaboration with Sideshow, so that's why you have Sideshow on the box, and it's not just Prime 1 Studio. But overall, I think the art style of the box looks great. I just think that for something this heavy, it probably needed a little bit more padding. I guess we'll see what it looks like on the inside. I'm hoping the statue looks really good. So, you know, let's take a look at it. Alright, so I finally got Darkseid out of the box. He is every bit as big as I expected him to be. He's freaking huge, man. This is a big piece. So what you get for the start is you get these instructions, and it shows you first, you know, where everything goes back into place if you ever need to repackage it. So I think that's pretty cool. And then it also has the instructions on how to put this guy together. So it shouldn't be too bad. There's not a whole lot of pieces here. He's just very big piece. So each one of the pieces come wrapped in this nice felt, which I think is awesome. I saw this when I did the unboxing of the Batman bust by Prime 1 Studios, so this is something that is common with their statues. I think that's pretty cool. You know, it's a little different from the other guys, and it's a lot easier to deal with, honestly, than plastic, right? So not too bad. Or even the tissue. You know, trying to get the tissue back onto the statues after you've unboxed it, if you ever decide to get rid of it, that's a little bit of a pain in the ass, and you just end up with shit everywhere, right? So, but let me show you guys how this guy goes together. This down here is the base. As you can see, it's big. It is probably the heaviest part of the statue. So, you know, this is definitely not something that you can put on a, you know, shelf in a Besta like that, or even in this this PAX unit behind it. You know, I mean, it's got the width obviously, but it can't handle weight like this. This is just too much. It's too heavy. Check out this base, man. This is insane. It's cool. It absolutely is cool, but holy crap, this thing is big. So, you know, Prime 1 Studios, you know, all about size. So let's get the base under this guy. First of all, let's take a measurement of the base so I can tell you guys what we're working with here. So the base stands on its own about 10 inches, 9.5, 10 inches almost. It is 24 inches wide from this end all the way over to where this is breaking apart here, these rocks. So 24 inches, 25 inches from here to here. The depth is about 17.5 inches. So it's pretty big. It's definitely a big piece. So let's put him on here. Get him on the Lazy Susan so I can spin this guy around once I got him up. So there you go. It's got a really nice effect to it. Really dig it. Does look really cool. Let's put it right here so it's a little easier. Yeah. Cool. Alright. And I assume the next part is getting this big guy on here. So check this dude out, man. Let's put this over here so you guys can hear me. I hope you guys can hear me good. This is huge. It's like a small child. Alright? I mean, look at the size of this thing. Look at the... Oh, and it's got so much weight. Look at this. Rock-a-bye, baby. He's big. Oh my goodness. It's like, how do you even handle this thing? Alright, so he's got a peg. He's got a peg. So the peg obviously is this one. There's a peg here on the rocks. So I'm assuming that's where it goes. Oh. Oh. How does it go? So the foot's got to go like this. He just sits right into place just like that. Let's move him over here. Holy mother of pearl. He's big. Yeah. I mean, it's ginormous. This is a quarter scale. You know, I have never seen anything this big in my collection, or I've never seen anything this big in person, or seemingly in person. Probably have, I just don't know. Look, I mean, look at this fist. Look at the fist compared to my fist. I mean, look at this. This is crazy. I think his hand is bigger than my daughter's hand. It's got good weight to it. You know, really nice detail. It's pretty cool. All right, so this guy goes right over here. Like this, I believe. All right. Fits right into place. It's going to stay right there. All right. And we got the other hand. Fantastic detail. Look at that. I mean, it's crazy. This is just nuts. Wow. All right. So this goes like that. You know, there he is. Again, fits right in there. No problem whatsoever. All right. And then you have two different head options. You got one with the gritting teeth, like that, which this head's got some weight to it. So, goes right in. Nice strong magnet. Fits right in there. Perfect. All right. And then you have a more solemn expression that you could choose from as well. And nice, like I said, the magnet holds it pretty well. Just put that right there. Okay. And boom. So there he goes. He's real easy to put together. It's definitely not a complicated statue to put together. He's just very big, very heavy. So, you know, keep that in mind. If you decide to get this piece, he's one big bastard. All right? All right, so let me get moved around in here and check it out a little bit closer, and then I'll give you guys a review. All right, guys, so I had some time to take them all in and, you know, get a chance to look at this guy in all of his glory. He is one of the biggest statues I've seen in my home. I have seen some larger ones at the conventions, the 1/3 scales, but this guy is pretty much a 1/3 scale statue. He is very, very tall, even though it is a 1/4 scale. So, you know, this is a 1/4 scale. It's meant to go with the New 52 series from Prime 1 Studios, and they have the entire Justice League that goes along with this. So, you know, it is pretty neat. So, Darkseid is an enemy of the Justice League, an enemy of Superman. He was created by Jack Kirby and got his First appearance in the Forever People in February of 1971. Now, Darkseid was known for trying to conquer the entire universe. He's something of like a Thanos type of character for the DC universe. So there is a constant battle between him and the Justice League. He's often enemy of Superman, so there's lots of fights between those guys. Like I said earlier, he got his first appearance in 1971, but he didn't have this look about him. This is the New 52 look from 2011. And the difference is that in his original look, he didn't have so much armor like what you see him in this appearance. That's basically who Darkseid is. Now, this statue is a massive, massive piece. So before we get into my critique about this, let's talk about the sizes, because this is probably what most collectors are going to be concerned about when they get this piece, right? A lot of DC fans out there, a lot of fans of Superman, a lot of guys want to get something that goes against Superman, and the Darkseid statue that Sideshow came out with wasn't quite measuring up, right? The original one that came out, the premium format, he wasn't big enough for Superman. Superman and him almost were at same height, and in the comics, he's supposed to be quite a bit bigger. He's supposed to present some kind of challenge to Superman. So, this definitely fits the bill with the size. But can everybody put this in their collection? I don't know. He's a really big piece. So let's see. So you're probably going to end up facing him like this, where he's aimed forward. So the depth is really from here all the way to the back, right? So depth-wise, this thing is 24 inches in depth that you're going to have to figure out when you put this thing inside of a display or you sit him on top of a unit. He's pretty heavy. The box, like I stated earlier, if you watched my unboxing, is about 80 pounds. And it's all of this statue. So I would have to believe that this statue probably weighs somewhere in the ballpark of 60, 70 pounds. He's got a hell of a lot of weight to him. So you got to consider that when you're going to try to put him on a shelf. He's definitely not going to be able to sit on the shelf like this. It'll bow it. He's too big. So he's got to be on the bottom or he's going to be on the top. It's the only places you're going to put him at. All right. The statue is about 32, almost 32 inches tall. And then in width, he is about 20, 22 inches in width. So this piece here actually is going to get in the way with both the width and the depth of your statue. So that's what you got. And this is an exclusive from Sideshow and Prime Studio. So the exclusive comes with the head that I have displayed right here. I prefer this head because he's got his teeth gritted and everything. And then you have this more solemn appearance of him, with the mouth closed. So those are your two options for your heads. So let's talk about the statue, right? I really like how the bottom of the base is nice and simple and elegant. It's round. It's very big. You have the logos for Darkseid going all the way around the statue, which looks really cool. I like how it has the symmetrical feel to it, So I dig that. Then immediately you have this molten lava destruction from what I could only expect to be Apocalypse, which is his home world, right? So you have like rebar sticking out. You have all kinds of damage going on, molten lava, rocks, brimstone. That's the feeling you get from that. I love that. It has really hot feel to it, especially when you move on to the colors of Darkseid himself, which is a more blue and cool tone. It really makes him pop. So I really dig that. I like how you move all the way to the boots here, and then the boots are nice and smooth, but they have this nice change in tone and color so that the lower parts of the boots seem to be reflecting the heat, which I think that's cool. That was a nice little touch. And it's pretty much smooth on the boots. Not much going on there. A little bit of accents and detail in the boot, which makes it look cool. And then you move into the top of the boot that has texture and some cracks and damage to it, looks like, which has a nice contrast. Looks nice. A little brighter blue going on there opposed to this darker blue, which is cool. The pants have this textured appearance to it. I think that's done really nicely. And then it's kind of split in between the middle part of the legs where it's smooth. So again, they got this whole contrast going on. This must have looked really cool in the raw. You probably could pick up all the little details without the paint. Now, the paint, from what I saw, it's not all one color, which I think is fantastic. I love when they take and they give you tones, So the inside of the pants have this textured appearance to it that gives it kind of like a dirt, a grit to it. So I like that. That's done really nicely. And then it's got different tones of blues to accent the shading and the muscles. So I think, you know, that's done really well too. And the same thing is done here in the texture. You have, you know, this kind of dirtiness on the inside of the texture, and then on the outside it's got this like darker gray to it. So, you know, it brings some effect, which is nice. The symbol here up on his belt is got a nice shine to it compared to the rest of the pants here. This is very matted. So again, you know, bringing on that contrast. The gold around all of the accents here, it's weathered, and it has kind of like a destroyed appearance to it. There's cracks in it, and, you know, the edges all have scuffing and that kind of thing. So I think that creates a really nice feel. I think that looks good. His skin himself, which is supposed to have this rock appearance to it, and they did a nice job with that. You know, lots of nice texture there. Same thing, you know, different shades of grays, dark grays, light grays, you know, give it a nice tone. So I think that's really cool. In particular, I really love the way the armor is painted. These pieces of the armor right here, it kind of reminds me of what they did with the Thanos throne. So it has like this blue tone in there, but there's kind of like a purplish look feel to it going in. So, you know, I kind of dig that. It's not quite done as well as they did with the Thanos throne, but I do like the effect. It does have a nice feel to it, especially, you know, against the grays. You know, it has a nice pop. So I think that's done really well. And again, same thing here with the gold that they did with the belt and the other accents. It has kind of like a worn feel onto the insides, and the colors really push, you know. So you have nice contrast there. Now the hands are fitted in there with a magnet, but they really have a nice slot. They fit in very well. You know, I don't really get the feeling like this magnet is pulling on it, and it's probably because of the weight, but this isn't going anywhere. This thing is really in there. So really nice, very simple statue to put together. Didn't really have much of a problem putting it together. The inside of the hands have this textured appearance to it, which I think is cool on the gloves, especially when, you know, you have this smooth tone on the outside. But, you know, it was nice to have that. I love the way the inside of these gloves look. You know, it gives you that feeling like, you know, he could really grab a hold of something with that, which I think is cool. So the portraits, I think, look very, very good. Both of them look nice. This one here is more of just a solemn appearance to him and everything. So, you know, you have the blue tones that match up with the armor. Got the same effect going on there as the armor does. So it has like texturing, and then it has like this blue tone with this feel of that purple that I was telling you about earlier, right? Skin tone matches with the skin on the arms. You got texture going on there, and then you got these beautiful glossy red eyes, which I think look great. Really pops very well, and, you know, you get that feeling of a menacing, you know, intimidating appearance right here. So I think this portrait's done well. This is the regular portrait. Now the exclusive portrait shows him gritting his teeth. This is done exceptionally well in my opinion. The teeth look so realistic. I mean, when I came up on it, I was like, wow. I mean, it looks like they grabbed somebody's teeth and just jammed it in there. I don't know how they did that, but it looks really good. So you got the gum line that you can see just slightly there. The teeth have a nice gloss to it, which really pops. And I think they did a great job with that. So overall, I think the statue's painted extremely well. It's sculpted extremely well. You know, they really did a nice job on this piece. They did a great job. Now, as far as size goes, he is humongous. I can't say that enough. Like, this is the thing that really impresses me about this piece. He fits really well with a quarter scale Superman. You know, if you've seen the New 52 Superman that they have with this, he looks very big. He looks very impressive and menacing. And, you know he could take on Superman. So I like that they did that. And I think he would go really well in a DC collection if that's what you're trying to get. Alright, so that's my thoughts on this big ass beast. I hope you guys enjoyed this video. If you did, please give me a thumbs up. And if you're new here, please hit subscribe and ding that bell to get notified when we come out with more videos like this, as we're coming out with them pretty often. Now, this statue is not one that I'm going to be keeping in my collection. It's because he's just too damn big. I got him so that we could do a review on him. And at this point, we're probably going to be doing a contest on this one. Actually, more than likely. So if you're interested in getting in on the contest for this statue, hit me up on Facebook or shoot us a message on the Facebook page. Or you can email me at info@mcecentral.com, and I'll get you the information on how to get involved on the contest for the Darkseid Statue by Prime 1 Studios. So if you're interested in more videos like this one, head over to mcecentral.com, as well as a wealth of information on movies, video games, collecting, and all kinds of other geek stuff. It's because that's what we like talking about. We're going to be coming back at you with more videos just like this one, so stay tuned for all of that. And until next time, guys, keep it marvelous.